Hello students, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So this is video number, I think 12, lesson number 12 on this chapter, current electricity. So if you have seen the previous video where I have discussed about the terminal voltage, and I told you terminal voltage is always less than the EMF, and I have drawn a diagram where you can see I have taken a cell. The EMF between the positive terminal and negative terminal, that EMF is 20 volt, but the resistor is showing a potential drop of only 15 volt. It should show 20 volt only. If I'm giving 20 volt input, the output should be also 20 volt, but it's not happening. The output is showing only 15 volt. The potential drop across the resistor is only 15 volt. So there's somewhere this 5 volt gap I'm getting. This is somewhere the calculations are not getting right. So what is happening over here? So here comes a topic about internal resistance. Think, if the electron is traveling from the negative terminal to the positive terminal, from the positive, the electron has to, as I told you, if electrons is going from the negative through the resistor to the positive. After that, what happens? The electron has to travel from the positive to the negative, right? Now, when the electron is traveling from the positive terminal to the negative terminal through the electrolyte itself will offer some obstruction to this flow of electron. The electrolyte will offer some resistance to the electron. The electrolyte itself will offer the electrolyte, this whatever solution I've taken, that will offer some resistance to the flow of electron or to the electron. This resistance, which is offered by the cell itself, that resistance is called as the internal resistance. So electrolyte will offer some resistance to the, I will say, flow of electron through it, and this resistance is called internal resistance. Means what? The resistance offered by the cell itself. This is the external resistance, but this is the internal resistance, and internal resistance is represented by the letter small r, right? So because of this internal resistance, there will be some potential drop. If this external resistance is offering some potential drop of V, then the internal resistance, say R, in the electrolyte, that will be offering also some potential drop. So this potential drop in the electrolyte, if I represent that by small v, so this small v is equal to what? Whatever current that is flowing into smaller, Ohm's law, v is equal to IR. So the potential drop, that is equal to the current which is flowing into the resistance of the electrolyte. Now this potential drop inside the electrolyte, that is equal to 5 volt. So this potential drop inside the electrolyte is equal to 5 volt. Now we got the entire exact calculation. So now you can see potential drop, I will say potential drop or in the electrolyte, potential drop in the electrolyte, which is small v, that is equal to 5 volt. Now you can say this, if I write exactly, 20 volt is equal to 15 volt plus 5 volt, right? So 20 volt was what? That is my EMF. And 15 volt is what? That is my terminal voltage. And 5 volt is what? That is the potential drop inside the electrolyte, this small v. So I can say EMF is equal to potential drop, EMF is equal to terminal voltage plus the potential drop inside the electrolyte. So this 5 volt drop that I am getting inside the electrolyte, that is actually decreasing my EMF, and whatever voltage I am getting in the external circuit, that is 15. So I can say over here EMF is 20 volt and the potential drop inside the electrolyte, that is 5 volt, and the terminal voltage through the resistor, that is 15 volt. So 5 volt plus 15 volt, that is equal to this 20 volt. Now, if I talk about a little bit of derivation, if I say, you can write, so I got an equation, EMF is equal to terminal voltage plus, you can say, potential drop across the electrolyte, in the electrolyte. So EMF is equal to terminal voltage plus potential drop across the electrolyte. So now this terminal voltage is equal to what? Current into resistance. This resistance is the external circuit resistance, right? External circuit. And this potential drop, that will be current into the internal resistance, means the resistance inside the electrolyte. So don't get confused between capital R and small r. This is the resistance of the external circuit and this is the internal resistance, that is resistance to the electrolyte. After that you can take the I common and write it like this. So this becomes your final expression. Now after this in your book you can go on, but I think those are useless, because if you get this ultimate equation, okay, you can solve the sums which are given in the exercise. So if you know how, if you can get till here, then I think it is enough to solve all the questions which are there in the exercises. That won't be a big deal. So I think you understood what is internal resistance and what is the significance of internal resistance. The significance of internal resistance is that it is making is dropping the potential. So the cell is itself becoming its enemy, means the cell is providing the voltage, but some of the voltage which it itself is providing, it is consuming a little bit of that. Even if you buy a pen drive from any shop, if you buy a 4 GB pen drive, you cannot utilize the entire 4 GB. Out of 4 GB pen drive, you will be maximum you can utilize is 3.73 GB. Okay, because where is the other where is the extra thing which I cannot utilize? That amount of storage is used by the pen drive itself to store some of the files. So that is what happening. If you are having a 4GB pen drive, you cannot utilize the entire 4GB. Some part of the pen drive won't be there for your use. It will be used by the pen drive itself. Similarly, that is same thing is happening. If you are having an EM battery of 20 volt, you cannot utilize the entire 20 volt. You can utilize something lesser than that, 18 volt or 17 volt, but entire 20 volt you cannot utilize. So if you are going to a shop to buy a battery, so a pencil battery that is used in the in your remote control, and if it is written 1.5 volt, this is the EMF which is written, okay, not the terminal voltage. So if you are buying a 1.5 volt battery from a shop, you cannot utilize the entire, you cannot use 1.5 volt. You will be using something less than that, 1.2 volt or 1.3 volt, and the extra voltage is lost because the internal resistance of the cell or the battery is using that using some of the voltage from the battery itself. So I hope you understood what is this internal resistance is about. Now in the last part we'll discuss the factors affecting internal resistance, right? So if surface, so there are four factors which affects the internal resistance. One is the surface area, another is the distance between the electrode, third one is concentration of electrolyte, fourth one is temperature. Now surface area of electrode, if you have taken thicker electrodes, that will be having more surface area. So if surface area increases, okay, if you have more surface area, thicker electrodes, then the resistance decreases, then my internal resistance will decrease. Now distance between the electrodes, if I have two electrodes, positive and negative, if they are a smaller distance, then there will be more resistance, there will be less resistance. So distance between the electrodes, so if distance between the electrode is more, then the internal resistance is also more. So if I have less distance, as you can see, less distance, less resistance. If I increase the distance between the electrodes, that will be having more resistance. So distance increases, resistance also increases. Now concentration of electrolyte. This concentration of electrolyte is a little tricky, but just remember, if concentration is increases or concentration decreases, in both the situation, resistance will increase. Resistance will increase in both the situation where even if the concentration increases or the concentration decreases. Now the reason why it is this, you are not in higher classes you will know the reasons, but as of now just know this part. If for class 10, even if the concentration increases or concentration decreases, in both the situations resistance will increase. And the temperature, if temperature increases, resistance will decrease, internal resistance will decrease. So these are the factors which affect the internal resistance. So I hope you have seen these three videos, the three videos which are on EMF, terminal voltage and internal resistance. These three videos are very important for you to watch and understand the concept regarding it. So what is terminal voltage, what is internal resistance, what is EMF, and basically the difference between EMF and terminal voltage is given in your book. Go through it and see what are the points. If you have understood you have got the basic knowledge about EMF and terminal voltage, then I think it won't be difficult for you to understand the difference between both of them. So till here, take care, bye bye, and we will meet in the next video, which is on the parallel and the series resistance. Okay, so take care, bye.